Toll Road here, and I am at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Buckle up, kids. You're about ready to take a ride on the toll road. Should be a fun one today.
The Corvette Museum is located right off of I-65 in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Got our buddy the Michelin Man here. And a Corvette museum would not be complete without Road Trip Rich. Hey. What's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot, man. You seem to be running into me all the time.
Yeah, you following me?
I think you're following me.
Yes.
And right when you get in the door, you'll see someone firing up one of the new model Corvettes. This is before you even go to the missions. The museum is currently open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mission price is $18 for adult, $16 for seniors, $13 for youth under 4-year-old are free, and $5 off for military and vets. This is pretty cool right off the bat. They got a 1953 Corvette chassis. They've split it. Get a little peek inside. See what makes this baby run. This one appears to be a favorite of Harley Earl, the inventor of the Corvette. I know a lot of people that don't even know what the Corvette was named after, including people that were in the Navy. It was actually a naval warship. The Speedy warship was a size smaller than a frigate. Could do some damage. Good thing to name a car after, too. Harley Earl may have been the inventor of the Corvette, but the father of the Corvette is considered to be Zora Arkus Duntov, the Belgian-born American engineer.
Refine the Corvette's ride and handling, and experimented with performance options like supercharging and twin turbos. Above all, Duntov was a man of vision. He believed in goals, team building, problem solving, and technical excellence.
The early Corvettes were considered the ultimate car to get your kicks on Route 66 with.
Rich, I got that pinball machine blocked off, or I would defeat you in that. Never played that one. I've never seen that before. It's a Corvette bumper car.
I kind of like this part of the museum because they show you the Corvettes in what would be kind of like a natural situation, and they give you different, I guess, elevations here where you can see inside and kind of see what's ticking underneath that sweet body of that Corvette. This mechanic's one pale dude, though. He needs to go out and get some rays, man, some vitamin D in his system there. Corvette's now on its 8th generation of models, and I guess everybody has a different favorite of what they consider the true best Corvette. In the comments section down below, if you're so inclined, why don't you vote what is your favorite model? From the C1 to the C8, they had every single one of them in here, and hopefully I got at least a little peek at each one of them so you can have something to judge them by if your memory's not serving you correctly. This probably wouldn't be my paint job of choice for myself, but we all have different tastes. Maybe someone likes that Dalmatian look. Now, I really like this racer and this particular paint scheme they have on it.
In what was called the Automobile Manufacturers Association. They agreed to evolve.
Now, the Corvette has a long history, successful history in auto racing, and the museum does a very good job of representing all the different cars from every different era of racing. Now, the Corvette Museum is built near the Mammoth Cave System, largest cave system in the world, at least I think it is. And on February 12th, 2014, they realized how close to that system they were. It's actually, the museum is built over the top of a cave system, and a giant sinkhole opened up over some of their displays and swallowed a lot of very valuable and irreplaceable Corvettes. Here's a pretty good model of where the sinkhole was and what happened to the cars and where they fell to in the hole. And in this picture, you can see what the hole looked like, and a couple of cars you can spot down in there. Okay, because of other sinkhole collapses, it was separated from a much larger cave system. And the Mammoth Cave System is the largest in the world, with up to 356 miles of caves. Cool thing they have here is a simulator that shows you kind of what that collapse might have been like. Geico's worst nightmare. Okay, now we're going into the Sky Dome, which is where the sinkhole and collapse happened. The yellow line you'll see circling, that represents the outline of where the cave system is underneath your feet. And you move up to the red line, that is where the sinkhole was. So every step past that means you're standing where you would have fell. Luckily, the collapse happened when they weren't open and no one was there. Here is the 1 millionth Corvette ever built. Luckily, it survived, wasn't in a spot where it fell down. Unfortunately, the 1.5 million Corvette, which you'll see in a little bit, did not have such a great fate. What a shame. This is just terrible. Look at this once beautiful car. It's still better than what I drive, but it could be better. And the one next to it here, this is the 1.5 million Corvette ever built. Yeah, could use some help now. And you see these just totally destroyed cars that they were in a museum for a reason. I mean, they're not even just your normal Corvettes, which hold a lot of value. So I don't know exactly what the total estimated loss was, but it had to probably be in the millions. And it's pretty sad, the first few I looked at, how bad they looked, and they actually look in pretty good shape compared to this one. I mean, if it weren't for the wheels, you could barely even tell this was a car.
But I think at least in part, is because of some of the last-minute engineering changes that were made to the vehicle. And so we only had about, I think the first vehicle showed up around September of '81. And it was basically supposed to be launched by August of '82. It was in '83.
And Corvette Museum is not just Corvette. They'll pretty much take anything that is pretty sweet and cool in this place. So let's check out some of the other stuff they got in here. Now, what's more tight than rolling down a street in a Corvette? Yeah, riding the waves in a Corvette boat. About 150 of these 400 horsepower boats were built by Malibu, and they say Corvette owners around the country snatched them up quick.
That's going to do it for the toll road here at the National Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And who knows where the toll road will lead to next.